Hang on, let me put my show face on.
Good morning, Vietnam! Oh my God, I'm so psyched to be here. But frankly, I want to be honest, guys. I'm very tired and faking this energy right now.
Yeah, like I was just about to go to sleep and you woke me up. I was gonna put my show face on and go to bed, and then you said, you really.
I actually said good morning, Vietnam. Good morning, Vietnam.
You didn't have to do it again.
I just,
it's not
clarification.
It's not working.
Oh, and I wanted to let everybody know, I was really thinking for about 6 hours today.
Must have hurt your brain.
Oh yeah, trust me, I'm not accustomed to thinking.
I know.
But I was like, I'm gonna call Josh. I'm gonna tell that motherfucker, look, I need some me time. I need to eat some chocolates, drink some wine and fap or something, and I need to get away. And I got to stop snapping at customers at work because it's going to get me fired.
Yeah, that's not the show's fault. That's your work's fault.
No, I'm blaming you solely.
No, that's totally your work's fault.
You take full accountability.
That's what happens when somebody doesn't know how to handle their job
and
asshole. Personal responsibilities correctly. But that's fine. You'll get there. I have faith in you.
No, in the moment, I was like, this is all Josh's fault.
Right. And that's called projection. You're projecting your problems onto me when you're never going to get it solved because you can't sit there and have self-accountability.
The gentleman, while we were like having it out, almost duking it out, he's like,
probably said the same thing. He said, no, you got to take advantage of it.
I know that Josh must really be wearing on you. Yeah. You know what? It's cool, bro.
What's his name? Did he make a video about walking into some hotel somewhere?
The hotel room.
Yeah. Was it that one?
I mean, much to my chagrin.
I got burned.
Yeah, you know what?
Don't you start saying that word now. I watched the episode last night and I said chagrin too. I sat there. I was like, stop saying chagrin. Shut up. Shut up.
I watched every time you hit that fucking soundboard and made me want to blow my brains out again.
We're tired.
Yeah, we're tired.
It's a tired show here at Stuck in the Night. Stuck in the Night. Stuck at Night.
Stuck at Night.
God damn it! I'm just gonna go home now.
Okay, so it's the Eli Show featuring Cranston.
Yeah, you take it over.
Welcome, one and all. We got a doozy of a show today. I heard that politics are happening. I heard that there's the virus thing, and I heard somebody did something somewhere. So we're going to talk about that and something
of everything.
Llamas. And we're going to circle back to llamas because lo and behold, apparently they're important in the battle that is COVID.
How was your past 24 hours? Anything interesting happen before we get to it?
I considered mass murder, suicide.
Is this are you?
I started.
Listen, just pick yourself up by your bootstraps and stop complaining.
Shut up, Republican.
Stop complaining.
And no, but hey, I did my job. Even though you
apparently very regretfully or whatever the word is.
I almost got into a physical fight 2 or 3 days ago with the Jamaican. What is he making?
Dude, you work at Chuck E. Cheese. You cannot fight the little kids. This is not respectable.
So this old man, he was like, I wish you would hit me. Come on, hit me. I'm like, you could only be so lucky. Have a great day. I hope you have an awesome day. Take care. And then today...
Oh, you really got him.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't curse as people were watching.
You fucking got him good.
We went outside, and I'm holding the door. I'm like, have a great day. He's like, fuck you, you mother. And then today, my first customer, we're starting to argue, and I'm like, I'm being an asshole. I'm sorry. Let me help you.
You need to be the smarter person in customer service to steer that negative energy away. But much to Eli's chagrin, I did it.
Is my mic on?
No, we've muted you.
Yeah, Cranston's done, dude. Yeah, Cranston can't.
You're waiting us down, Cranston. Frankly.
Your mic definitely has never been off.
Oh, okay.
It's got to, you kind of.
Oh, it is super low, apparently.
Yeah, it was super low.
I don't think he's just talking his normal talk.
What's up, Kenneth, Bert, Ducks,
I think you and I are just kind of really loud right now, and Cranston is just kind of hanging back. It's not a low mic issue. I trust you that.
Is it a third mic thing? Because Adam had the same issues. Cranston's having these issues. Is it the chair? Is it the mic?
I mean, it's a third mic thing in way of maybe interjecting and getting your full voice out there,
Do you feel you can get your voice in, when Josh and I are speaking, he's looking at me, I'm looking at him, so, if you talk, we can't even see. You have to literally, that's not what I'm fucking saying! And then we're like, okay.
Also, too, look at your mic technique. You're not even talking into the mic as you should be. It goes right to you,
Don't you get sick of this criticism? Don't you just want to fucking...
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell people.
So, I hope all of you out there in entertainment land are enjoying yourself.
It's a dynamic mic, so when you talk to the side, you're not going to get it. You need to talk right into it. It's just mic technique. It's called operator error is what it's called.
Mike science has really increased over the years, huh?
Fake news.
I guess so.
Now, Duck says Mike is working fine, ... Like, move on, Phil. I mean, but I'm just projecting, you know.
Don't pretend Ducks knows she knows what the fuck's going on.
She is a professional, a consummate professional.
Right.
She gives the best feedback.
Where were we? We were just in the middle of something before
feedback.
somebody got...
energy.
Yeah, that was a really weird energy. While we were, hey, is my mic on? Like, what? We were just doing a thing there for a second.
Yeah, now it's over. It's ruined.
What was the thing, though?
That we were talking about?
Do you remember the thing?
We're having a collective Biden moment. We were just talking about... I don't fucking know, brother.
Something about Eli almost killing a customer.
I got to stop killing or wanting to kill customers and letting them know that I want to kill them. But it got resolved. I said, I'm being an asshole, and we're going to move on.
Every time Eli threatens you, 50% off.
That would...
And a free bottle.
That would ruin the company.
Yeah, they'd be bankrupt in like 24 hours.
I threaten people. It's kind of my shtick.
Stop it. Just stop doing that. Your customer service.
I know. I'm working on myself, guys. All right.
Turn that frown upside down.
Just I texted my dad. I'm like, it's starting to dawn on me that I'm probably gonna be doing this job into my golden age.
You text your dad?
I love my father.
What?
I know it's weird because you and your father, you love punch each other. And yeah.
What?
I got some commentary about that too.
What? Is your mic on?
Okay. All right. So we better do something here. People are watching. Hello, beautiful people.
I like how Eli freaks. Eli. I called you Ellie.
Hi.
Eli freaks
Don't
out with
you
a little bit
ever
of
call me
silence.
Ellie.
Okay, Ellie.
I swear to Christ. Yeah, see, I can't tell you not to do things because then you do them like 10 times.
I know.
Please don't call me Ellie.
I know.
Please, Bortack.
Oh no, you ruined my day.
Yeah, you Louis C.K. wanna be
fucked up all
motherfucker.
my... Well, no, it's just how every white guy feels. There's no words you can say to hurt us. He would just make a general statement. It's not just a Louis C.K. thing. He pinpointed white guys. Just what word can you tell them to break their day down?
Hey, white people in white people land. Let's see, Bert, you're pretty white. What would ruin your day? What can I call you?
Eli, you're white, dude.
I'm white-looking Jewish.
You're
Spanish
white passing is what it's called.
Yeah, I can't. And that is
George Jefferson used to say honky. That was one.
Honky. That never really ruined anybody's day, but I felt that down here though somewhere.
You know what does ruin someone's day? A bad withdrawal from Afghanistan.
That's yeah. Sadly, like I wanted to milk that, but yeah.
But do you know what would in turn make up someone's day if that someone in the first place who maybe made the decision, who got us there, who made the first decision to make us leave, who then made us leave, if any one of those fucks came out and said something with some type of
like as if they actually
like what this video is about to play.
As a matter of fact, while you're pulling that up, I'm gonna mention, wouldn't it be so refreshing if we had a president that actually had some service time, knows a little bit more about our military and what it's like out there. I think it should be a prerequisite.
Didn't have dementia.
Having dementia would be very, very potent right now.
Didn't use a tan bed 24 hours a day.
Knew what
didn't shove cigars up women's vaginas. The list goes on. Like I don't think we had a good one since never. They all got little skeletons, right? Am I right, boys?
For sure. This is why I wanted Tulsi Gabbard, because she had the fucking at least political dynamic and international.
No. She's a woman, though.
Oh God, I forgot.
Yeah, I don't. That doesn't jive.
That
well
glass
with me.
ceiling needs to stay solid.
That glass ceiling needs to stay like the glass slippers.
Is that
like
Tito
Wear.
Ortiz?
No, man.
The Huntington Beach bad boy?
You're spoiling the transition. I'm trying to get to the transition.
All right, so we'd rather hear a president sound a little something like this during a withdrawal.
Do it like this. Yeah.
I don't mean withdrawals from Xanax either. That's me.
Damn.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, good. I can just breathe into the mic.
I love Mime Jocko.
Yeah.
But you can kind of guess what he's saying, though.
Okay, well, just read his lips.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Okay, yeah, I'm ready.
Good evening. I wanted to give you an update on the current situation in Afghanistan. As you know, we were set to leave Afghanistan this month. And as we began the final drawdown, I made some critical errors. Namely, I underestimated the strength of the Taliban, and I overestimated the strength and capability of the friendly Afghan forces. This was my fault. And due to my mistake, the Taliban has taken control of Afghanistan. There are reports now that ISIS and Al-Qaeda are working alongside them.
I don't want to spoil it, but I just want to say again, the president that got us there, the president that kept us there, the president that still finally maybe decided to get us out, and now this guy, this is all very relatable to each and every one of them to come out and have some type of to finally hear this truthful speech.
Sincere and
yes, this is. We always say, oh, it's always we always say it's the head guy's fault, and the head guy always passes the buck. And when we're really not concerned if it was the head guy's fault or not, the head guy's like, this was my fault. And we're like, well, we don't care this time that you're taking the blame for it. And when we do want you to take the blame for it, because that's what we need right now, it's your fault. It ain't mine, it's your fault.
You remember that time George Bush was like, sorry, I took you guys to Iraq? No, because we don't have presidents that apologize for doing dumb shit.
No, but I do remember all the paintings George Bush painted that was all sad faces. And I was like, that man is very, very emotional.
He's good at emotionality now.
Yeah.
You know,
fool me once, shame on you. You should fool me twice, you can't get fooled again.
He's like, there's a saying back in Tennessee, I think it's Texas, but Tennessee where it comes from. The saying goes, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. You fool a fool, can't get fooled again.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of everything right there. Yeah. No, but fun fact, he just paints pictures of like the wounded Marines. That
why are we hitting on George Bush right now?
I'm just sharing.
Bush
oh yeah, because he got us into 9/11. Yeah, remember Mike Myers? Ew. Yeah, I just see him. He's just sitting there right. He's just sitting there all uncomfortable.
I don't
remember that.
No.
What was that during like a TBS show? Like
Yeah, I don't remember what exactly it was, but it was something about Hurricane Katrina, like some kind of relief for it. And it was like Mike Myers and Kanye West or something, and then Kanye just busts out of nowhere.
George Bush hates black people.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Yes, and Mike Myers, was just standing there looking very uncomfortable as a white man.
Let's see if I can find.
That is a classic clip from MTV.
I kind of want to see that video.
That's it right there. Yeah.
Real quick before we go to what a president.
A little throwback, gentlemen and ladies, and any genders I'm not aware of.
With the breach of 3 levees protecting New Orleans, the landscape of the city has changed dramatically, tragically, and perhaps irreversibly. There's now over 25 feet of water where there was once city streets and thriving neighborhoods.
Poor Mike Myers.
Oh yeah.
I hate the way they portray us in the media. If you see a black family, it says they're looting. See a white family, it says they're looking for food. And it's been 5 days because most of the people are black. And even for me to complain about, I would be a hypocrite because I've tried to turn away from the TV because it's too hard to watch. I've even been shopping before even giving a donation. So now I'm calling my business manager right now to see what is the biggest amount I can give.
You see Mike Myers' face, like he looks like me talking to Opie for a few seconds yesterday.
A little bit, I got that vibe. He also looks extremely constipated.
Bug-eyed, like, hey.
And the white guilt.
If I was down there, and those are my people down there. So anybody out there
so nervous, like, oh boy, I didn't know this was going to happen. I wasn't expecting this.
Wants to do anything that we can help with the setup, the way America is set up to help the poor, the black people.
I think he's writing Austin Powers 3. I think he's writing Austin Powers 3 right now. No, he hasn't. He hasn't. He's just thinking of what Dr. Evil's going to do to Scott Evil in Austin Powers 3 right now.
Scotty doesn't know.
Evil.
The less well off as slow as possible. I mean, Red Cross is doing everything they can. We already realize a lot of the people that could help are at war right now, fighting another way, and they've given them permission to go down and shoot us.
And subtle, but in even many ways more profoundly devastating is the last.
Did we miss the George Bush hates black people part?
No, we didn't miss
damage
it.
to the survivors' will to rebuild and remain in the area.
That's the
The
last thing he
destruction
says.
of the spirit of the people of southern Louisiana and Mississippi may end up being the most tragic loss of all.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
And even Chris Tucker.
Come on, man.
Well, at least there's some consistency with Kanye's just speaking off the cuff there, you know?
No, Kanye will always be Kanye, and he will always be a national treasure. Mike Myers completely
Okay, I really want to know if he said anything. I want to know exactly what the first thing was. But all right, and then take it away, Chris Tucker.
Okay, let's go back to Jocko real quick.
All right, so yes, inspire me.
Back to the sadness real quick. This is what we want, what we would expect from any one of the 4 presidents that dealt with this bullshit. Some type of accountability, and Jocko is being that one to say what we want to hear.
Afghanistan. There are reports now that ISIS and Al-Qaeda are working alongside them. Unfortunately, there are tens of thousands of Americans on the ground there, as well as friends and allies of America on the ground.
Yeah, we just left him.
And these people, Americans and our allies, are all stranded. And that is my fault. But they will not be stranded for long. In the next 48 hours,
Dude, this
America,
is where I hear the dun 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 like Terminator 2 music. Do, do, do,
As appropriate as that is, every
Hang
time
on,
I watch Jocko,
let me see if I can find that.
you're
Go
gonna,
ahead,
every
keep
time I
talking.
watch him, he has the most intense pauses and the most intense like nose breathing.
That's John Cena, right?
I mean, I confused him with
John Cena.
It's Tito Ortiz, John Cena, and Jocko all in one.
Let's see.
I didn't even
stranded.
know John Cena was in Afghanistan, man.
and that is my fault. But they will not be stranded for long.
Damn it!
In the next 48 hours, America
much better.
will be in control of most major airports in Afghanistan.
Yes!
Any resistance we meet from the Taliban or otherwise,
Yes!
when we seize these airports, will be destroyed completely and without mercy.
Damn right! The Terminator.
From those airports,
Dude!
we conduct rapid
great.
strike rescue missions until we have recovered and evacuated all our citizens, allies,
It's so
and
appropriate.
friends. Any person that interferes with these operations will be killed. We will
Yes!
also recover or destroy all aircraft, vehicles, weapons, and sensitive equipment that we left behind.
Sarah Connor.
Get out of here.
Utilizing, guarding, or located in close proximity to these weapons or equipment will be killed.
Tell them to get to the chopper.
Dude, with the
Get to the
Once we
chopper.
have evacuated all friendly personnel
They're gonna hit
and
Cyberdyne
recovered or
systems.
destroyed the weapons and equipment left behind, we will depart Afghanistan. But we will continue to monitor everything that happens in Afghanistan through our ground and airborne surveillance equipment.
It's too good. That's fucking
And then we'll
perfect.
take the final
Training
chip
camps
into the
or
liquid
activity
metal.
will be targeted
Into the
and destroyed.
Please repost this as a video. We got a
Gross
request.
violations of human rights will be stopped through overwhelming
Damn.
force. Any group in Afghanistan fighting for freedom, liberty, and basic human rights will be
I
supported
need
through
your
special
clothes, your
operations
boots,
forces
and your motorcycle.
ruthless precision
And maybe
airpower.
our drone's back.
We will continue that dedicated support
This is the
till the
time to
enemy is
get
no
out
longer a
now.
threat to humanity or to the good people
Poor
of Afghanistan.
Carolina
here
girl
comes.
was like, what
Come
the hell
with
is
me
this?
if you want
God
to
bless
live.
America. And may God have mercy on the souls of our enemy, because we will not.
Damn right.
That is all.
Damn. All right.
Good evening.
That's it. All right, all right. It's too intense. Too intense,
Oh
man.
my god. I was not expecting that. Dun 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 dun. Yo, Jocko's serious with Terminator music behind him.
I think that's probably one of the best things I've seen this year. You're
my
getting good at
God.
this whole like I feel a moment of
my
music
God.
would be like with the Footloose.
I'm so glad I found new T2 theme music. I didn't know if that was like, T2 theme music Act 3 or sometimes
this
how
is-
scores are weird like that. Like
Yep, but that everybody knows when they think T2. That's the
that
music.
came up right away.
Hell the fuck yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
It was
Fucking
very,
A.
very appropriate.
Wow.
I'm only gonna watch Jocko with Terminator 2 music.
Yeah, I
on
know,
there.
right?
Like,
There's no other way.
No.
But so that was shared by somebody who is a friend of the show, fan of the show, and I agree with them that that's what Biden, that's what we all would have loved him to say, but I extend that past just Biden. I extend it to Trump, I extend it to Obama, and I extend it to Bush Jr. for getting us there. Like, if at the very least we're going to sit here and criticize Biden for his withdrawal, whatever, we need to sit here and also say at least he did get us out.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, for the sake of
that's-
consistency, and I'm getting tired of it, even though we've grown a thick skin. You appear to right or to whatever the fuck. But no, thank you, Biden, for getting them out. I wish it would have been done better, but I'd be saying that about anybody.
It's those people who probably say that who maybe tune in for that, like, they're too broad stroked. They can't zoom into an issue and see nuance. And I don't mean issue. I just mean
Well, a little throwback to last night when we were trying to use the teaching moment, and then someone special, the BC, was like,
boy.
"Hey, you're conflating this with the," and we're like, "You're missing the point."
yeah, thanks for just poo-pooing on the point.
Yeah, and I'm glad at least I got in. Why you pissing in our Cheerios? And then she didn't like some of your responses. I'd recommend to rewatch and read the comments.
I'm fine.
Okay,
I'm fine.
okay.
Everything is fine.
Okay, that's what the dog says when everything's on fire around him.
Yeah. And that dog's still going strong.
Constitution.
I was saying something, but then I got sidetracked again. What was I saying? You remember? Does anybody remember? And then you're like, "Oh, BC said this," and
Well, I can't. I mean,
I was trying to get somewhere. Now,
accountability. That and we were just saying that regardless of who was sitting on that chair of the high office, I think
pretty
we
much.
finished the point.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
You
just
know,
extend that kind of
I
and
am glad.
applaud him for the
Yes. I'm
his
gonna
due
say-
diligence for getting us out.
Thank you for doing that. I just wish it would have not been done as haphazardly and negligent as it appears.
But like I don't know if you watched his speech today. It was very weird because Jen Psaki came on first,
I expect gold.
which usually she comes on after the president speaks, and so she came on first.
That's
and
how
then,
it works in the sheets.
And then the president speaks outside the sheets, and he doesn't take questions again.
Oh, come
So
on.
any new information that normally the reporters would be able to ask, since Biden left, they would ask the press secretary. They negated that by having the press secretary go first.
Yeah, we're strategic.
It was 100%
You know what?
strategic.
To all the Trump's faults.
And then we listened to somebody like Jocko, and like, look, that's all we want. It's just a little bit of accountability.
Yeah, and they're just showing just how afraid they are to either have him hash out some verbal diarrhea, or they just have zero confidence in his ability to answer anything definitively. I don't know.
I do think I think some of those I don't know how the whole White House question goes, but after like some of those questions, I don't think because they're not prepared, he's not going to mess with. I would 100% think that.
I'm not trying to do the butt Trump thing, not at all.
Ew,
However,
what's a butt Trump?
It's an orange man that tweets a lot. So like for all of the shit we have
Wrong.
given him,
Wrong.
Stop it, Josh Soundboard.
What?
I have the best tweets.
Yeah.
No matter all the bullshit
Not
he had with
anymore.
the fucking reporters, he'd stand there and he'd even roast them back. This president is running the fuck away.
Well, kind of to just double what I did again. He'd be like, no, you're wrong. Stop, you're wrong. You're framing that wrong.
Yeah,
Like, he wouldn't just
yeah.
take questions. He'd sit there and he'd kind of like,
He'd hash
you're
it
like,
out a
oh,
bit.
you're going to frame it like that?
Yeah, yes.
And also, too, it worked to his negative.
It's
when-
not all 100% positive. Fuck
yeah,
no.
like when when people weren't trying to frame something incorrectly, and he was like, "No, you're wrong. Like, just sometimes a broken clock is right. Twice
Remember
a day."
the Asian reporter, and because she took issue with him saying the Chinese virus or something. And,
Oh yeah, the Wuhan flu just like doubled
she's
down like 5 times. It's China virus.
and then the Kung flu.
Yeah.
You know, what a gem he was.
I know, but kinda.
I mean, yeah, kind of indeed, but better than this gem.
Gem for an anarchist. You know, gem for like people who are tired of what the the current system is all about.
That's where I fall, and I've really been thinking about that. I just was having a conversation in the break room today about how I wish we'd have a purge.
Why were you talking? We were supposed to be taking a break.
So but in all honesty, I found myself trying to inspire my coworkers to. Sorry, my right-wing friends that respect wealthy people very much because they worked hard. But I was like, when are we going to just start killing rich people? Like kind of Purge style. Because apparently that's what the last Purge movie was about. Because, I brought up the whole biggest wealth transfer or distribution.
Biggest transfer of wealth.
I haven't even seen the last Purge, but the other ones, it was always like the rich people were the ones who were
in charge, the agenda.
Yeah, and they were the ones who were like capturing people and auctioning them off to other like fucking rich people to like do whatever they want. So I don't know.
Thank you for the input.
I'm gonna start putting some comments up on the screen here. Go a little interactive today.
We need you people. What the fuck
What is
that?
Oh my god! You see what my phone does?
I can't believe you. I'm so insulted. What did you do?
Fuck?
Who is that?
You guys caught me. I was watching a talk show without you, dude. Opie and Anthony just started playing for no reason.
Maybe
That's
they're
weird.
thinking of you.
No, my Google must have been on or something. Heard us talking, saying something stupid.
All right, kids. Let's see. Yeah, unifiers. Let's see. Did somebody post it? Whoa, Eli. What a balanced thing to say. Did I say something balanced? I don't say anything balanced. I'm very unbalanced.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
I think he might be talking about me trying to like just want to kill the rich people. I don't know. Look, I just feel so,
Oh, you're saying that was a facetious.
I believe so, yeah. But I respect Bert very much. Bert Gummer Live, ladies and gentlemen. He's a fun little place to go chat at.
Bert Gummer, I sent him up there. Bert Gummer Live, he says, unifiers, you damn right. God damn it, every time we got to figure out a different angle for that because it just blocks Cranston's face out with those. So we'll just do that for now. Bert Gummer Live says that. Any other comments you'd like to highlight real quick?
Yeah.
Before we
the unifiers was
continue?
yes, killing the rich. Thank you. Let's see. No, I don't see. I learned when I randomly read text or messages in the chat, I take it the wrong way. Like last night, Dux and Bert were having a conversation, and I interpret it as something entirely different. And I was like, nope, don't stop talking. Don't. I know what you're talking. And I had no idea what they were talking about. So sorry about that, guys. I was being a dick.
Patty says Jocko gets her vote. You damn right. That and
fucking
like
Jocko.
I don't know.
Shit.
I read that kind of how I think you said that, very like seductively, Jocko, because you just think about Jocko like that. Patty, I could be wrong. My apologies. I think about Jocko like that, so I'm just projecting probably.
Homosexually?
Jocko gets my vote.
Oh yeah, this is weird. What?
I don't know why we whispering.
I don't know either. Okay, so we're gonna talk about llamas, police brutality.
Yeah, you want to get into? I don't know. I'm out of.
I know we're tapped out, bro, but we're
tapped out
here.
energy too. It was just one of those weird days that just you're just man.
No, stop. If we think like that, we're gonna go downhill.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just being honest. That's all. Just being honest. Can a guy be honest
on your own show?
Can
at your own studio with on your own mic. So what is this about llamas?
Well, before that, speaking about a guy being honest, did you see the Bill Maher? Bill Maher on Friday, he does his real time with Bill Maher, and he had Max Rose on. I'm not sure of the other lady's name, but he got into a little bit.
Who cares?
Well,
that was a little harsh. Sorry, ladies. You know I love you.
Eli said that, not me.
for a change.
Yeah, finally, he's a misogynist. And he had a back and forth with Max Rose, and he came out and he said, and we'll play the video, but he said that he's not going to be getting the third
fucking booster shot
COVID booster shot. So let's play that video before we get too far into it.
I'd like to add that because of this show and the things that you've brought to my attention, because I used to be like an absolutely dedicated Bill Maher fan, and then he lost me. Maybe as a result of everything I've had to research on this show, and now he's kind of winning me back because he's not totally catering to the base, so to speak.
Well, there was for a while where
and then I don't know where that they fucked each other and he was a dick, but
right. Yeah. I don't know where Bill Maher really gets his information from. So like for me, it feels like for a while there was a lot of things he was saying that I was against him, but because he's a comedian, from the start, deep down inside, we've always had these agreeing opinions on woke culture and too big of a government. You know, he is, you know, he's not crazy far left where he just wants the government to, you know, to control everything. He will critique.
Oh, I know, and you're right. Yes, he's been more.
I am not right. I told you I am center.
He lost me when
center-right.
when he was a Hillary Clinton supporter and totally shit on Bernie, and then it was revealed that he donated like $10 million to her campaign.
But you understand why he did, right? Because he's like that.
He was
that
shill.
type of, not a shill, but he
was playing the party, man. That's what he did.
A big believer in the two-party system, which is still is all we have.
Yep, very flawed.
But he still knew, like, you know, he almost is a fucking future teller. Like, he knew, like, listen, like, we know for, like, there is nothing that has told us otherwise that somebody like a Bernie, maybe besides Trump, will then get the nomination for at least the Democratic Party.
What does that say? That the RNC let somebody to buck the system get in a wild card, and the fucking DNC suppressed them as the best they could. And I'm not sure how the national committees work, but does the DNC work just as the RNC? Like, is it up to them to choose who the different processes? And
so I wonder if that has something to do with it.
Perhaps.
Is that why Bernie got fucked over?
Yes. The DNC used their system in a way, and then the media hand in hand.
The
super delegates, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, all those pieces of shit, and the media, and the fucking Hillary Clinton's email
racist.
leaks.
I heard you say that 70s Asian spa worker.
Hillary Clinton's.
You said Hillary.
Oh, Hillary's email leak. Like, that was so just the transparency. If I read thousands of those emails, it was so obvious that the collusion was the media and the coronation of the DNC to Hillary, like putting the crown on her. That's why they treated Bernie like shit. So fuck you, DNC, and fuck the RNC for their gerrymandering.
How do you get something like that changed? Like how do you get something like when you have somebody like Bernie that you're confident in again? Because I'm sure maybe in 10 years, 8 years, it'll happen
He'll
again.
Be dead.
Well, not Bernie, but somebody like a Bernie will come along.
I hope so. I truly
How do you explain to a younger people who were maybe 10 years old now in 8 years, they'll be 18, they'll have no recollection of what the system keeps doing. And you'll be the old man trying to tell them, no. And like, I'm
already there.
You'll be maybe the Bill Maher, though.
Oh, God.
Saying, because you'll be almost an inadvertent proponent of the system because you know it's like playing like if you want to play ball you got to play by the rules kind of thing. So it's
fuck
like
the rules, man. We need complete reform.
He'd already be canceled. They'd pull up that Hillary clip from him a few minutes ago.
For sure,
dude. In the 100 and I've lost track episodes, I've said enough.
And I'm confused
shit
with all the white accent he's putting on right now because I swear to God, I just heard Hillary Clinton and email reeks and all this stuff.
What you want cool eye? Is that what you're saying?
Shitty walk.
No, nobody said they want cool eye.
Wait, I hope this is the right one. Is that you, Ricardo from Australia? I hope so. If you're the other one, yeah, it's not that fucking troll Sanchez. All right, good, Ricardo. I'm glad that you're here, and sorry that your package is totally fucking lost.
He didn't say that yet.
No,
He's still getting back to me though.
Oh, okay.
He might be able to change the address on that bad boy.
Just letting the audience know. You know, he was very nice, and he sent it to the shop that is no more that Josh was functioning for. And then the parcel, as the Aussies call it.
Don't you use big words around me.
Parcel.
I don't appreciate that whatsoever.
So yeah. Anyway, Ricardo, I it's the thought that counts. Love you, man.
Let's play the Bill Maher video. I'd like to get your guys' thoughts on it, and then I want to go over a conundrum that I came across. You know, in going over kind of these.
Oh, that Pete Ross,
these
the
ideas
roaster guy.
Here.
Is that who the fuck that is?
That's not Jeff Ross.
Okay,
no.
whoops.
Max Rose.
Oh,
Max
easy
Rose.
to confuse, of course.
No,
they're both.
No, they are not easy to confuse. How
bald.
Dare you, sir?
They're white. All white people look alike, man. Shit.
I'll give you that.
All right,
but
then.
That's all I'm giving you.
Is that the same picture above him? They're the same people.
No, that's Bill Maher.
Oh,
you're racist.
He's got glasses, so I can tell. And a tie.
You need thicker glasses if you can't tell the difference between us whites.
I have 4 pairs of glasses. They all suck.
You need to take off your colorblind
Shut up.
rose-colored
Just
glasses.
cancel yourself. Shut up.
You're canceled.
I hate you.
I hate you. Hope you know that.
We were talking about with Andrew. I mean,
Let's go to the video.
Look, I never wanted the vaccine. I took one for the team.
Okay, by the way, what a bitch thing to say.
That is a bitch thing to say.
After all that, like, why'd you do that and not just say you didn't want to take one because you want to know why I did that? Because at the end of the day, it probably isn't that big of a deal.
He's conforming to the societal pressures, and he didn't want the burn and the backlash.
I think it's a misinterpretation. I think what he means is like because of the hesitancy out there, he took one for the team. He's not saying, he's speaking in the pretense, not the past tense. If I can use that correctly, that's my vibe.
I heard it very carefully, and it sounded like I'm a little bitch, so I just took it.
I mean, we can play it again. We go back to the tape because maybe he did say that.
Yeah,
let me see if I can hear it again.
That's what I hear.
You know, because like now they want us to do all these boosters we were talking about with Andrew. I mean, I don't want a booster. I never wanted the vaccine. I took one for the team.
He did say he's a little bitch. You're right. I'm sorry. I apologize.
What do you say about punky booster?
No, but seriously, I think when he says I took one for the team, I think he means in the beginning, like when it was kind of in the unknown. He's not kind of saying I took one for the team, realizing what it is after the fact. I think you can, that's up for debate, but I'm willing to assume he meant that in the beginning when it was kind of like stepping into the unknown.
I want a seltzer.
What? Okay.
All right.
And that's
I know. I'm funny.
You know who doesn't get a lot of vaccines?
Eli.
I know a lot of millennials, especially the 20-olds. They don't want it. They don't
he's
want it.
fucking
they don't
them.
think they need it. They're probably right. But I tell them I didn't want.
When does the backlash come? Because you remember when Joe Rogan was like, young people don't need a vaccine.
Rogan. Yep.
And now Bill Maher is like, fuck if they need it for.
He said like he doesn't think the millennials are taking it,
and he said he doesn't think they need it.
And yep, there might be some backlash. Actually, you called it first.
Right.
They're probably right.
I didn't want it either. I took one for the team. But a booster,
don't clap.
Every 8 months, you're gonna put this shit in me. I don't know about that. Maybe I don't need one. I don't want a one-size-fits-all. My body may be different than your body.
Yeah, I lost you, man. That's crazy. Look,
my body isn't different. Everybody's body isn't somewhat different. I just read the statistics about who dies from this.
You're trying to be cute and you're rolling.
I don't like this guy at all.
That's why I'm saying Max Rose he really gets under my skin and he tries to do this framing thing at the end of this conversation to make this seem conversation dangerous. And this is why I wanted to play that conversation to illustrate people like him who put this, like, he was just condescending right there. Like, oh, that's cute.
You're being cute. Dude, I'm ready to get angry. I want to get angry. I'm already angry.
It's better than being tired, right?
Yes.
Gets you a little more worked up.
Well, I got the coffee kicking. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
You have any left?
I could piss.
What?
You want to?
No. I like your seltzer.
I'm not quite all. Yeah,
it's fine.
I was just thinking of seltzer the whole time, and I haven't had some in years.
Okay, back to Mr. Moore.
You sure don't want to talk more about seltzer?
No, let's talk about your coffee piss, maybe.
I was gonna
That'll
say,
be fun.
I could pee in a cup and say it's coffee.
How many times you do that a day?
Oh, at least 10.
For your freaking
my pee coffee.
There was a joke there, and I just I'm gonna play the video.
Play the video.
You're trying to be cute and you're rolling
I'm not
the dice.
trying to be cute.
No, I know I'm in your house. I don't want to step over the line here, but
Asshole.
But genuinely,
shut up.
People's lives are on the line, and just as significantly, our very way of life is on the line here. It's very important that people get vaccinated. It's very important that we express trust in our institutions.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm saying
absolutely.
get vaccinated.
But if there's a need for boosters, particularly absolutely as the evidence is showing amongst those who have underlying conditions, amongst the elderly, so on and so forth, it's important that they take them, and it's important that they trust those who are urging them to do it.
He
but you
clearly
just
said
underlying
millennials.
Conditions and elderly. I don't count myself either. So is my body?
Well,
Could I have some medical autonomy?
There you go.
Look, you absolutely, no one is mandating it for you in your particular position, although they might. But I do think that it's very dangerous to enter into a conversation here about personal responsibility, when the truth of the matter is that this is a matter of collective responsibility. If
they
large
think
groups
we're
of
all
people
dumb.
do not get vaccinated, they go to the hospital, and our hospitals get overrun.
That's why
and
I
then
use.
you can't get a mammogram.
He's literally preaching to Bill Maher, who's been sitting here for the past since the pandemic started, very pro vaccine.
Yeah.
The dude isn't saying this is where people get frustrated, watching something like that, because this is where everyone gets their information from, news from, public square. And when that's a microcosm of how everyone else is being treated.
What is that?
When they have some type of
opinion that doesn't fit the
right.
What is the motherfucker's name again?
Max Rose.
Max Rose. You know what he's doing right now?
He's the department secretary of COVID or something like that.
Of course. So he's very invested.
Of
but
course,
that
he's
aside,
biased.
here's what he's doing. He's fucking throwing eggshells everywhere, and he's trying to make it so everybody's uncomfortable to even have this conversation, and that just serves his entire agenda right there. The less people are willing to speak to one another about these things, the more guys like this are going to profit and fucking win.
I just want to make this clear. The problem I have with what he said isn't the idea that he's saying this is a community problem. I'm not sure if we got there. I agree. The problem I have with what he said was him pretending the conversation is dangerous to have.
Exactly.
Him pretending Bill Maher, who just
said
goes
he
back to
took
the,
it and
hey
he's-
man, shut up. Don't ask questions. Do what you're told.
That's-
We know better than you.
That is the vibe I'm getting. And
This
I
is
don't
the
like it.
vibe.
The Americans do not sit well with this kind of authoritarian fucking jargon. It is in our DNA to be like, hey, fuck you.
Which is bad, which is good, but either way, it is there. We have you're not, something just doesn't feel right at times, whether it be for our benefit or not. People have questions, and you're being made to look like a crazy person if you have questions. And they're using the people who have already been inoculated to kind of help further along that peer pressure system of well, why didn't you? And there is no mask mandates are coming in 4 cities: New York, San Francisco, New Orleans, and LA. And in all of these places where these requirements, there is no medical exemptions. There is not there's just no nuance. There's no gray area.
Clear.
And that's just it's just weird. Just looking at it is weird.
All of it has felt weird, and I've been very vocal about that. And I see how I've been lambasted by people of my own family. And I think about what's happening between my father and I. Pretty much putting the weight of my mother's mortality and my own, because I don't want to get the vaccine because of assholes like this and the way they fucking talk on any large media outlet.
I think that no exemption thing's going to end up getting thrown out eventually as soon as somebody sues them, because that's not going to
But needless people are going to die. I'm glad it's going to be thrown out soon, or needless people. And what I mean by that is people aren't going to get the vaccine who maybe need have, and people are going to get the vaccine who maybe shouldn't have, because the government shouldn't dictate what your medical needs are.
What I'm saying is they're supposed to have a medical and
I know, and what I'm
exemption.
saying is because they didn't include that, people are going to die because they did or did not get what they shouldn't have just because they excluded the medical exemption. I'm agreeing with you, but what I'm saying is until the medical exemption, until someone gets sued and they take that away, these things are going to happen. Right. Because you're not allowing a medical exemption of any kind.
Right.
Here, let's finish playing his little points.
This guy's face is just look at every little movement.
It's a matter of collective responsibility.
He was very moderate and progressive when he first, and then as soon as I believe as soon as he got elected, he fucking went all at the teat of Nancy Pelosi.
Was progressive?
Yes, and then he didn't get reelected, by the way. So he is really like a douche.
He took one for the team.
Yeah, he was really a douche.
Let me turn I'm gonna rap with you guys.
That's what's up. That's not really the rapping kind of chair.
It's not. It's okay. I'm gonna make it look smooth. Keep going though.
But just careful of the mat and careful of the stuff behind there. Okay.
This is a matter of collective responsibility.
Which I agree.
Large groups of people do not get vaccinated, they go to the hospital, and our hospitals get overrun.
That's why
and then you can't get a mammogram, you can't get a biopsy, and so many other things. Literally, society as we know it can't function.
Fuck you.
So this is important. That people are urged to get
wrong.
vaccinated. It's important that they do get vaccinated.
That's why I use.
Bill's not digging this.
That's why I said the team.
Oh, we're proud to have you.
Because I did it for the team.
Oh, the level of
he's pissed.
yeah, that. Oh boy. I wish Bill would have came out a little more heavy-handed.
I didn't get to watch the whole thing. I do have HBO Max, so I will be checking it out.
Yeah, so do
It's not HBO Max Rose, by the way. That douche.
I really hate that man.
So here's what's weird about it, and here's
Why
where
am I saying
some.
like this again? How'd this happen?
I know you're about to.
I was gonna rap.
Be
with
cool, yeah. What's up,
well,
man? Rap
no,
to us.
No, please, no. I have no idea why.
Well,
I'm
maybe
like this, so-
maybe rapper Eli can explain to us why these inconsistencies are so prevalent. Okay, so we've been hearing. Let's see if I can pull it up. Is this the one? There we go. We've been hearing by
Sexual.
outlets such as the New York Times.
Oh yeah.
That the U.S. is going to start to advise boosters for most Americans 8 months after being vaccinated. Let me put that up there, which is, you look at that, you're like, okay, cool, no problem. Then you go to the FDA website and you look at what they actually approved for the vaccine. And you look here.
Okay, so to re-clarify, this is from the horse's mouth, FDA.
Yes, FDA.gov.
Finally approved, which was a big stipulation that I would feel a little bit more comfortable. And so what do they got to say that I need to hear?
It says the vaccination continues to be available under emergency use authorization, including for individuals 12 through 15 years of age, and for the administration of a third dose in certain immunocompromised individuals.
Okay, so they're specifying.
It's specifying, and there's not saying there's this mass need for everyone to take it. It's saying there's a very much need for people who are immunocompromised,
to get the booster.
They've already got doctors like prescribing it for those kind of people. And did you hear about there's people that have been like lying about?
Well, yeah, but they got it prescribed to those kind of people, and then to a lot of people. Like that's what the New York. So like I'm just saying, like which one do you believe? The New York Times is saying, hey, FDA is saying everyone's got to get a third vaccination. Yet the FDA is saying only the third vaccination goes to the immunocompromised people. So which one do you believe?
Right. Well, I think that they're probably gonna end up going that route where everybody gets it within at least a year. But like that's how they do with the flu shot. We'll see what happens. But did you see
the flu shots aren't mandated though?
No, of course not.
Yeah, it's different. There's no like flu shot passport to get into your gym and stuff like that. Like it's not like the flu shot.
Have you seen like the people that have been like lying about not getting vaccinated in order to get the third like shot?
Jesus Christ.
There's been like people that were doing that. There's people that would like go to like, CVS or where the fuck ever that have already gotten like the 2 shots, and they like going in and saying, no, I haven't gotten any shots yet, so that they can get the 3rd shot. And like, it's like,
yeah, the paranoia about COVID is real, man. People are concerned, like they're fighting for their lives out there. They're cutting in front of it's like every man for themselves with this mentality, like how they freak people out.
The thing that's like interesting about it is like, okay, so you're saying like you follow the science, right? You got the 2 shots because that's what the science said, but now the science is not yet saying get the 3rd shot. But you're in there lying about it to get the 3rd shot, so you're not following the science.
But this person
now,
literally
right?
just was following what they trust in media and saying, hey, everyone needs to get the 3rd shot. So they're not going to the FDA site, right or wrong.
Yeah, they're not following the science. They're following the media.
But you have but a lot of people will tell us that we're crazy, that the media is truthful, blah, 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 blah. And we're telling to you that a lot of people put their trust in that, especially when it comes to MSNBC and people on the left, CNN, like they all eat that up.
The older generation, as I know it, like our parents, yeah, not me. I mean, I got off that boat
I know you're a big CNN guy.
Yeah, shit.
Look at you.
I like Chris's comment. I'd like to read it.
Yes, please.
I don't like how the jab is being weaponized like the virus itself. Maybe not everybody will agree with the statement, but I see truth in it. So just if you want to put it up, but that'll be like an honorable mention. Appreciate, we greatly here at Stuck at Night, Stuck in the Middle, love the interaction, which I know that's changed a little bit, but just wait till tomorrow by the by. We're going to try to have the phone lines open and much more interactive with you guys in the chat. But
seems like that's how it's gonna go. It's gonna go emergency use for immune compromised whatever people after 8 months, and then after at some point between 8 and 12 months, it's gonna go to another emergency use for a third dose for everybody else, or for senior citizens first, and then everybody else, and eventually they'll end up doing it, and then eventually we'll go full FDA after a year or whatever, because.
Sounds exhausting.
That's what the drug companies want either way, is they want to sell their products. So the design is to make it something where they're going to get money every fucking year, whether you need it or not. Even if they had a way to like wipe the entire coronavirus
which people
out
should
right
be
now.
upset by that.
Right.
People should be upset
Even
that
if they
the
had
vaccine
it.
companies.
Like, if they had a way right now to wipe the entire, give you one shot that would wipe the entire fucking coronavirus family out, they wouldn't want to fucking do that shit, because they would lose a ton of fucking money of selling you the medicine every year, because that's what these companies are in the business of, selling you medicine.
Even the vaccine companies, I was trying to get this out, even the vaccine companies, people want to sit here and preach about how Ron DeSantis and this guy are in the pockets of Regeneron, blah, blah, blah. While that may be all fine and dandy.
It was the donor, though, right? It's not guilty by association.
Whatever. The idea is the vaccine companies got all the government money. The more vaccines they make, the more money they get. So the same people who put out this thought-provoking idea that they're in the pockets of these antibacterial, whatever, Mike, whatever the fuck you want to call them, they're getting paid, man. Like, yeah, and the vaccine that you just took is also getting somebody paid. Like, why are we pretending like getting paid is bad now? Like, you're using that negative, but you know what I mean? Like, it's it's just hypocrisy, double standard.
I don't like when these companies like control our politicians. I don't like that at all. When these companies can put this money into this candidate so that he wins, and then when this candidate wins, he can owe them a favor or whatever, you know?
Quid pro quo.
Crony capitalism.
And that's what it goes on in all of politics. It's a common thing, but like, I don't think it should go on. I don't like that it goes on. I don't want this drug company to get this fucking shill elected for whatever political position, and then this guy's job is he's going to help his buddy and push his buddy's product. I don't think it should work like that. We need to get the money out of this shit.
Politics, man, that's a very progressive fucking concept.
And just because it's called, the V word doesn't mean it's necessarily that it's needed, like I think a lot of people, like just like Bill Maher's coming to the conclusion now. He's like, you know what? The third one, no, I'm done. I feel what's good for me. I've gotten there and I'm done.
Yeah.
And what's shitty is it's progressed far enough to where I bet in 6 months when LA or California has vaccine mandates and Bill Maher wants to work, he's going to have to get it. Because your little vaccine passport, your little vaccine mandate card has 4 slots on there, not just 2. And so, which is weird too. Like, doesn't a vaccine, isn't it supposed to kill and not supposed to suppress and get another one in 8 months? Because isn't this kind of making the virus stronger? We've had a few articles on this before, and that's kind of the idea that when a vaccine doesn't kill something completely, it just makes it stronger. And then there's a lot of idea coming out that what vaccines we have now weren't and aren't for the Delta virus. They're for the Alpha and the Beta. They're not for Delta. So that's why we're seeing a lot of these, but yet they're going to FDA approve them and mandate them. Yet now there's a new variant. It's just like,
And that's what happens with flu shots. You get a new strain every year, so they have to take whatever the predominant strain is and put it in the new shot every year.
Right, which is all fine.
Which is why I could
but
see
people
that
aren't losing their
happening
jobs. There's not getting lockdowns because of the flu.
I understand that. That's different.
And we're not supposed to compare it to the flu, I thought.
That's a different issue. That's true too. It's definitely, you don't compare it to the flu because it's a different thing.
No, I just remember that was a big hot button issue at the
what I'd have been saying the whole time about the third shots was, why don't we send these shots to poor countries where they don't have any shots? Because the shots that we have in this country, the American vaccine is probably the best vaccine in the world. If you look at the vaccines,
you can say is. I guarantee you it is the best.
I volunteer vaccine. The ones I'm not taking to go over to Joe Schmo.
Like,
well, they get COVID shield, right? They get some
yeah,
shit
we were
that
talking
some
about
shit
that.
vaccine
We were
that's
talking about that today in the chat. Like, India has some other shit, like you were saying, Cove Shield, and there's another one that's like Cove Max or something. UK's got a different one. And so it's not the same as the ones we have here. And in some countries, it's not even the same technology that we're using here. Some of them, it's like a totally different like concept. And so people get confused. And so what we were talking about today in the chat was there was some article about some pregnant woman in India that died from getting the vaccine. And so
which is still a COVID vaccine,
Right.
but not what America uses.
Right. And that was the thing. Like, you might look at that article.
Yeah,
and
I see how that can get twisted up.
Somebody died from getting the vaccine, and you might think, well, that's the same vaccine you have in America or the same technology, and it's a totally
but it's still
different
touted as like
thing.
safe, and it's a different vaccine, but it's still nonetheless a COVID vaccine that isn't working properly.
But it's touted by them in India. It's
Right.
not
which is pretty
emergency
fucking
use
smart. India's
for-
pretty damn ahead of their
But it's not
shit with medicine.
But it's not here.
They're,
It's not.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
It's-
Never
it's-
said it was here.
But,
Yeah.
but what I
It's
always advocated was that since our shit is better, we like to be the world's policeman. We do it with fucking going into Afghanistan and all this other kind of Iraq and all this bullshit. So let's be the world's fucking savior with this. And let's take these doses and give them to these poor countries because our vaccine is better than the bullshit that they've got. Let's get them vaccinated, or at least some part of their population, so this shit doesn't mutate and get another fucking worse than Delta.
I think that could serve to actually be a positive, because I know there's no shortage of people in this country that don't want any part of the fucking vaccine, me being one of them for now.
Yeah, it's like, fuck it. Listen, if you don't want it, sign that shit over.
Yeah, that's,
you know?
I'd be willing to fucking do that. That does sound like a good idea.
I don't want to see people, like, I don't want to see that held against people, though. Like doctors and, nurses refusing to, help people.
Like how my nurse friend that said,
that's your job, man. That's what you signed up to do. Whether you like that person's political decision or not, you're there to help them.
Shortly after I shared on the show,
Hippocratic Oath.
Shortly after I shared that, the lovely nurse friend of mine told me, I'm telling you because I care, and I said, okay, I'll do the appointment, and then I said, no, I cancel it. You know what? I hope if you and your kind, pretty much, and I'm paraphrasing, you guys shouldn't get ventilators if you need it, if you get the fucking virus. Wow, you're condemning me to death. And then shortly after that, we hear about doctors refusing to serve people that didn't get the vaccine.
But I guarantee you, though, it's what's funny too is we'll sit here and blame her, but I guarantee you that idea wasn't her original thought. She's a group of people
about it.
But she heard a group of people say, like,
and then my
something along the lines
my boss was like, I agree.
Yeah, fuck those people that that say
that's just
that.
that pack mentality.
But exactly, but that's the same thing that happened to her. I bet it wasn't her original thought, and just like your boss got sucked into hearing her say it. You know what? I agree. She heard some other fucking people that maybe she respects or.
I mean, remember, she was very against all this until she was mandated, forced to get the shot under threat of being fired. And she changed her fucking tune. How crazy is that?
Sounds
people,
like a little bit of like that Munchausen syndrome,
dude. I don't want to sound like a crazy person here, and I'm not even.
But you're just looking at it as it is, and not trying to sound like a crazy person, but you're against it. But when you get mandated to have it, now you're like everybody else has to have it. I was
gonna say, I'm against it. Oop, you know what? This is great for everybody. You should get it or die.
Not to say the vaccine made it that way, but it's this idea that it's just like, well, I have it, you need to have it too now.
That's what I really think. Looking deep into it, that's what I think.
As Bill Maher put up, where does my body autonomy end?
Yes.
Like, if I, there's no study on COVID and blood types. Go look up coronaviruses and blood types, and look up type O blood type, and just see how they act. Like, there's just look into that. I'm not saying all I will ever say is you talk to your own doctor about what's right for you,
and that's all you've ever told me.
That's right. Yeah. That's what I had been telling him from the beginning too. What I thought was funny was I got an email the other day from VA about their medical centers, and it said, we're now offering the third shot for immunized, compromised people, whatever. And then it's in like big letters underneath it. It's, do not come to the clinic if you are not an compromised clinic. We will not give you a third dose. Just
nice.
Like,
how do they know though? Like, do they have to pull your medical history when you walk up?
They'd pull your records.
I remember you put your gun to my head. You said, "Get the fucking vaccine." But I mean, that's what I remember.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't I? You know, it only had 2 bullets in it. I mean, come on. Man.
Okay. I mean,
Come on,
It's
man.
just COVID is so draining.
It is.
I did encourage you to do your research, and I encouraged you to get it, but only if it was your choice and you were comfortable with it. But because and some people that are like encouraging you, I don't think it's because they're like trying to be dicks. I think it's just because they know you have
either they care.
I think it's their concern.
Oh,
that's
because
all.
of my lung surgery.
Because of that, and I think some people just are more concerned for like if you got it, they don't want to see something happen to you.
The legitimate sincerity. It was just so weird that I felt like I was being indoctrinated into a team when I said I'm going to get the
you
appointment.
getting it. I've told you just because you haven't gotten COVID. It's like.
And it feels like
all shit points to it being
inevitable,
relatively safe, and
yeah, no, I know, but you know,
and it seems like people who haven't got COVID and then get the Delta variant aren't doing too well.
No, man, and you know,
but we don't get those statistics. It's just look,
keeping tabs on our buddy.
Oh yeah. I'm messaging him. I'm asking if he needs me to bring him anything. How's he doing? You know, he said, you know, breathing. He said breathing hurts right now. He says, you know.
I wonder if he's going to end up on the fucking ventilator, which is a bad sign.
I saw something.
The nurse
last
said you're pretty
week,
much dead if you get the vent.
I saw something last week that said in our county, in Broward County, where last week they only had about 28 ICU beds left in the entire fucking county.
I hear that, you know, consistently when I do the searching, it'll be on my news feed like, yeah, there's the overpacking. And
when we were in the hospital in July, they had people in the hallways, like cots in the hallways, because they didn't have any more room in the fucking ICU, and they were turning ambulances away.
Thank you, Unspecified V, for reminding those of us that are here with us to give the thumbs up and go one step further, share the episode. We see a new sub, I'll do something crazy.
I talked to one of my mom's doctors at one point about the vaccine, and what the way he put it was, medically, the original attempt was to like wipe the entire COVID thing out before it became a problem, but it didn't work. So then what the medical community went to do was with the vaccine, and what the goal was with the vaccine was to mitigate it to where if you get it, it's more like having a flu or a cold.
Right.
Where
it was slow
not
to
in
spread.
The
it was
hospital,
never about the death. It was never about being afraid of dying. Ever.
So that was the attempt to make it less severe. So when you see people that got the vaccine that get COVID, that's okay. That's what it's supposed to do. It's just not supposed to make you get so sick that you go to the hospital and need a ventilator.
As I understand it, it's supposed to be for the severity
and so that you beat it faster.
There's a lot of things I was reading that ventilator and laying on your chest with COVID isn't a good thing. So like, you know, follow the science, but it's which science?
Yeah, science is a little bit all over the place, and you can always default to that science is always changing.
I really do wish I had that information offhand, because it made complete sense, and why it actually wasn't, you know, that one thing that we saw from someone who I believe you and I trust, talking about that instance where they were like, no family can come in and talk to the guy, you know, and then they had the second opinion come in, and it was like, man, this guy's severely dehydrated, and I want the family in here now to talk to him, and
the motherfucker made a drastic recovery
and rebounded, and those doctors were ready to let him die. Mm-hmm. Can you in the most miserable
that
probably
way
happens
possible.
A lot just because of they're so overwhelmed too.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
And they're just doing what they're told. No family, can't get this, can't get that. Like, there needs to be more information available out there. I think there needs to be more testing about the protocol, more antibody
transparency,
testing.
man, it would go a long way.
One thing I've noticed, because I've been dealing with a lot of medical people the last couple of months, and one thing that I do notice is you get different information from different people. If you ask 2-3 different nurses, I get different fucking answers. And I'm not talking about COVID. I'm just talking about any like medical kind of shit in general. I'll ask them something. One will say this, one will say that, one will say that. Some of them even have like different techniques, how they do shit, because their nursing school showed them different things. And it gets frustrating to me after a while, because one person tells you this, and then the next time you get another nurse, no, you shouldn't be doing that. Like, well, but she told me to do it.
Right. And they're all smart people. You all take them, for like with the mask mandates. It's almost like, man, if everybody was just a little more sensible and chose to use a mask in situations that were we're smart, like, okay, there's a lot of people, it's confined space, but for whatever reason, like, no, you gotta wear them all the time, and like that shit's over. Like stuff like that is what masks. I'm not against masks.
I'm not either, but
not at all.
I'll never forget the
Masks
shit like
work.
the sophisticated
They're like borders.
Vaccinated
Borders for
crowd.
germs.
See, I don't like the masks, but
they're dirty as fuck.
But if I don't like them, I don't like having to wear them. But if it's gonna help prevent the thing from spreading, and the science proves that, I'm fine with wearing it and doing my part.
I just don't want to mandate it.
Take one for a team.
I'm fine wearing it.
Mandates are not. I'm wearing it like I should, like a good little fucking soldier.
I do think that there is some
only at work.
Some more masks. Certain masks are more effective than others, and so
of course,
if you're just wearing it for show, where the mask isn't gonna be like protect much of anything, then you should have one that's gonna actually like protect shit. Like, you should have the K95 or what the fuck ever, not like
you
just
got a double
bandana
mask
that's gonna not do fucking anything. That's just for show.
So
you got a double mask.
Not to jump around.
Like when there's if there is a mandate, like with say a school or something, the school should be providing the families with the masks, and they should be like the N95, KN95, whatever quality, and the school should pay the fucking bill on it.
Hey, passing legislation.
Schools get shit for money anyways to pay their teachers.
I did hear about some schools have been getting around the mandate by making the masks part of the dress code, so that it's not a
Jesus
mandate.
H. Christ,
so that
what?
it's not a mandate. It's part of their dress code, like you require uniforms
some skeezy
and
shit.
you wear the fucking mask, and it's the dress code, not a mandate.
That's fucking.
But what I don't know. Like what's weird is like. It's not saying you can't wear a mask. It's just saying the place can't say you need to.
Yeah,
like,
that's
I think
all.
if you're somebody who's concerned, you're gonna put like the mask on. Like I don't like how big is the discrepancy of people who are gonna show up without wearing a mask just because they weren't told to?
Yeah,
like I still see people, a good amount of people down in South Florida wearing a mask.
Me too.
Out and about when
there's no shortage of them in my job, man.
I see them sometimes like outside, like I'll be at the park walking and they're like sitting on the bench wearing a mask. And even though I'm for masks and I think it's overkill. Like if you're
that's
outside
overkill. I'll
and
by
there's
yourself,
nobody near you, you don't need to have the mask on, like
Holy
sitting
shit.
on the fucking
Hold on,
bench.
I'd like to report this from Burt Gummer. Oregon is mandating outdoor masks.
Yeah,
what the fuck, man? Outdoors?
I believe, from what I recall, it's mandated outdoors in large gatherings where social distancing can't be maintained.
But then you look at the media, the rules for thee, not for
of
me
course.
shit. Like,
it's stupid.
Obama
It's stupid.
Fest and the fucking, with all the Democrats, I'm sorry to pick them, it's the closest thing to my mind, on the plane, all smushed together. Like, fucking, all of this is exhausting. Is that a fucking monkey?
Overall, I just want whatever is going to make this shit go away.
I want to just get over
to the
COVID
most best that we can. We just want to get as close to normal as we
I want to get off of this.
We're actually going further and further away from normal because the mask mandates have now crept over into the animal kingdom. And that's right, folks. Monkeys, Curious George himself is now wearing a mask. It's sad to see, but we all got to do what we can and practice safe masking.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Yeah, that's a mandate. All right,
a little itch, got a little scratch,
I thought
a little
he was
itch.
Spanking it.
Kind of look like that.
And he was going to use the mask and then put it on.
He's doing that thing where you do a little sound on your leg.
The guy who lost that mask is going to come run over and grab it and spank that monkey.
I'd imagine so.
Taking his mask.
It's so crazy though. Like he just does he just see like other people wearing the mask and he's like, I want to do that.
I can only assume what the monkey's thinking, but yes.
My take on it is that's one of those monkeys that got trained to be a pickpocket. So like he was pickpocketing people, and that's what he ended up with. He thought he was getting a wallet or something.
You know what I say? What will macaque do next?
You fucking asshole. 2 comments I want to read. All right, Bert again. Yes, regardless of your vaccine status, that outdoor mandate. Yeah, fuck that. And Chris, with maybe some sobering maybe pessimism, but I kind of feel her sentiment here. We will never be back to normal. They had a taste of absolute power, and they've got the bloodlust for it now. Fucking shit. Everything feels too fucking weird, and that's where that's where the eggshells start to appear when you start talking about anything regarding this just feeling off. No, it's very real, kids. It's so real, okay? I lost an aunt to this in Jersey. We have friends that have it and family that's had it, and yeah, my cousins that live like fucking just blocks away. It's awful, but how it's being handled, I don't know what the fucking say. And now look at the monkeys. That funky monkey.
Well, we already played it.
Brass
We're not
monkey.
going to play it again.
No, I just said brass monkey.
Brass monkey.
Yeah, because Chris said
there was an improper transition here that I will not do, but I want to go to the milk crate challenge.
Okay.
I want to do that. I want to bring it a little lighthearted.
Can I have seltzer after that?
What's with you and seltzer right now,
haven't had it
man?
in years, man.
What makes you think I have
delicious.
seltzer at my house?
Do you have seltzer?
Like Alka-Seltzer or like seltzer water?
If you give
Seltzer.
those to birds, they'll blow up, I heard.
What?
I've tried it.
Alka-Seltzer.
It's
Is it
fake. It
fake?
doesn't happen.
Fake news.
I used to give. I would when I worked at a wings place. I would give Da Bomb sauce on a chicken wing, and I would feed it to a duck,
You're an asshole.
and the duck would go.
Yeah.
But I was informed, like you idiot, they don't have saliva glands, so they're not feeling the heat. And I was like, oh, that sucks. I'm like, what was it doing? He's like, I don't know, probably just being a duck. And I was like,
it can't
word?
be feeling good going down. I've shared this,
I don't
but
know.
I know your memory sucks, so I'm going to say it again. And I know you guys don't remember this. I cried when in 6th grade I threw a rock at a duck. I was just throwing rocks at ducks like a
What a
prick
dickhead,
with a
dude.
bunch of
Ducks
kids
from the chat?
With a bunch of kids, yeah. And
He wishes.
I hit the duck in the fucking head, and I felt terrible. And I saw a little bead of blood drop, and it started doing that whole. And it was dipping its head up and down and like.
oh
just,
no,
it
you
put its
made
head-
the duck go into a seizure.
Dude, and it put its head into the water and then lift back up and I just started crying, and then somebody was like, "What did you do?" I'm like, "You started throwing the rocks."
What'd you do?
So I cried like for 2 days about that.
Damn, man.
I know.
I didn't know you were so brutal to
It
animals.
was just that one time, okay?
You know,
And I stabbed a dead dove, and then I cried again in
One time-
5th grade
okay,
at band camp.
I'll one up you. Here's my horrible animal story. One time, I'm driving in my Buick Park Avenue. It's dark as fuck outside, and a possum, boom, runs runs right, and he just ba-boom, ba-boom. Like, I hit him hard. And I went back around because I had to see, and he was still alive. And I was like, guess I got to do it again.
You got
Yeah, why am I letting it sit there and suffer?
you ran it over
I
again.
sped up this time to make it quick.
Oh,
but
I figured you'd do some badass like, but
no,
it's a
no,
possum.
no,
You don't
no.
want
That
your,
was too.
it's too brutal, too hands-on-y.
Yeah, there was too much stuff everywhere to begin with.
The worst I've ever done is cut a mouse's head off while it was alive with a sword recently. I told you about this.
What a dick.
Dude, it was in my house. All I could think of was a katana. My family was freaking out. I got my katana, real Japanese steel, and I fucking...
That's not
whap!
overkill.
And I started sawing at it, and its fucking little head was spinning around and around.
Oh,
and,
man.
and the
That's a
blood
horrible way
started
to go.
fucking Oh, I know. And then I threw it in a bag, and I heard squeak, 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 and I took a giant stone and went, brah!
Blah.
It's just a fucking rat that wouldn't die, or mouse, or whatever.
Jesus.
I felt
one-
bad, yeah.
I had one when I lived in Arkansas
the
like years
fuck?
ago, and I put like a bunch of like a little food at the bottom of a deep trash can, and somehow it got in the trash can for the food, and it couldn't get out, and I threw the lid on it, and I just took the trash can outside and tossed the mouse outside. I was done.
that you handled it a lot better than I did.
Yeah, you didn't kill it brutally? Cut its head off and twist it
I
around
do
and
not-
smush it with
I
a
did
boulder?
Do not
consider-
advocate killing animals.
I did consider using my gun in that house until I said it out loud, and I was like, no, I'm going to get the sword.
I mean, I would have almost respected you more if you shot the thing.
No, I have tile floor. I can't just
It's
shoot
one.
the
It's
floor.
one hole.
Dude, it was a very slow, painful death, and maybe
Oh
karma will
my
find me.
God.
I hear llamas can cure you from COVID, though.
I mean, that was one of the stories. It was kind of like a nothing story, but apparently, you look it up, llama COVID antibody. It's there, and they studied it back all the way in 2016. It helped neutralize COVID, SARS, and MERS, and apparently within the past week, it had very promising similar neutralization properties,
qualities and
yes.
stuff. So you heard it here, kids. I heard Fauci said this. Go out and find a llama and entice it to spit on you, and you will be free of COVID worry for the rest of your life. Or a little llama bestiality.
Let's do the milk crate challenge and get the F out of here.
I'm pretty tired. I think I fell asleep 10 minutes ago.
These are fantastic, and we just got it. We have to play some. Are you familiar with the milk crate challenge?
By the way, old homie Mike Rich is in the house checking on us.
What up, Michael?
I am not familiar with this. All I assume is that it will have to do with busting somebody's ass.
I really, to be honest with you, I think it started in the Hood Olympics. Let me bring this up because like Kenneth Medina's video, like the drive-by Olympic thing, right,
which was glorious.
Because a lot of them seem to also take place in one area, but
where there's an abundance of
they've removed them of Hood.
Of Hood.
Yeah, there's a big abundance of
white hoods that go pointy at the night.
I have a backup video if this doesn't work, so good luck trying to get me on this complex.
Okay,
we're working.
We're cooking with gas.
Oh man. So let's watch the first one. So the goal with the Hood Olympics is there's 7 milk crates. It starts with 1 and then it goes to 2, 3, so it goes all the way up to 7. So 7 milk crates stacked atop each other, and then you work your way back down.
Okay.
And I don't know if you're familiar with a milk crate, but
yeah, deal with them at work.
But the more milk crates you have stacked atop each other, the less sturdy they are.
Mm-hmm. Can confirm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure. So let's watch the first one.
How dare you fact check my milk crate?
This one's gonna start.
Hey, she don't know what the fuck to listen to. Hey, everybody saying go south, go west, go east.
So it looks like she's already started up at the top of this video. There's a lot better ones, but I was just trying to. She made it.
Holy shit!
She's one of the lucky ones. She's one of the lucky ones.
I didn't expect that to go well.
I didn't expect the first one to be so positive. I really wanted to watch some of the negatives because most everyone fails.
Come on, skinny guy.
And they fail horribly too. Like
you're. When did the Hood allow skinny jeans? Come on now. It's not what I remember. Oh, you're too nervous, bro. Oh, you dumbass.
Gone.
Yeah, this looks fun.
Yeah.
I'll do this for 5 subs.
Some of them get a little more violent. Let's not watch the homeboys make love.
What? No.
On that one. Does that say read more? What does that say? Oh, tweet your reply. Oh, there's one of the best ones. Okay, so let's check this one out real quick.
Homeboys make love.
Yeah, I guess they're trying to switch.
There you go.
So they both walked up the opposite side, and now they're trying to cross over for whatever reason.
Their junk's touching, bro.
Little did they know they're going to be crossing over into the afterlife
this is
after
very
this.
affectionate.
They are up there. The guy is not wrong. They are up there.
Very astute observation.
That's all I have to do too, is spin around.
Leave them alone. They got it.
Wow, man, they've gotten really masculine in the Hood. I don't know. They did not. I wouldn't expect this.
This is almost T2 level concentration music. Dun, 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 dun.
I was thinking Celine Dion music.
If they made it, but
never let go, Jack.
Oh boy, up,
it's going down.
Oh, that's.
I don't want to do that one. Okay.
One of them is out cold there. All right.
Awesome.
There you go.
No, we're not gonna do that one again.
Oh my God, Ducks! Don't tell me to do this at work. Jesus Christ.
You should do that at work.
Thanks. No.
All right, let's see what this one is. Oh, we're leading up to a very good one too.
Okay, yeah, the one where somebody died. Look at him trying to be smooth. Oh. No. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he did the milk crate to the chest, dude.
Oh, yeah, not feeling so smooth right now, are you, partner?
Yeah, that's to the breastplate, dude.
God damn.
He's having fucking chicken breast for dinner. Boom. I don't know what that means, but it felt good.
I think he lost the baby.
On purpose.
Seltzer.
I fell down the milk crates. I swear. So this is probably one of the best ones.
Okay.
Because this is a big gentleman.
This is the music that should have been playing for the two lovers. Holy shit, man. Stop shaking.
How?
I mean, there's no real way to... He is jiggling. Look at that boy jiggle.
You know it's going to happen.
Look at that blubber blah.
Oh,
no. Ooh, face in the dirt. Smile for the camera.
Yeah,
Bob Saget over here.
Bob Saget. Here we go. Another one.
Oh, he's got them Timberlands on. Got them Timbs, bro.
He got it too.
I think I could watch this shit all day.
I felt like that guy was like the neighborhood crackhead. You know what I mean? Like, just I just get the vibe that this guy specifically was like, "What you want, man?" He's like, "Yo, listen, if you try that, I'm gonna hook you up with a little bit of something." Like, all right, Dan, I got you.
Is he wearing a mask?
I don't know, maybe.
Okay.
Dollar and envelopes.
I just get the vibe that the guy wasn't here to do this, but he like they were just like, "Hey, if we offer you this, will you try it?" And he's like, "All right, then."
Yeah, I'll give you a little something on the side,
I'll
dog.
give you a little something.
Got you.
I'll make the bag a little fat for you.
Yeah, it's like currently residing in his mask right now. Oh, yeah, that's the perfect fall.
I love those. We could watch those for days. But that is the Milk Crate Challenge. I highly suggest go checking those out.
All right.
And you would find out the oddest participant.
Oh, okay. I got something to share after this.
Yes.
Regarding the Milk Crate Challenge.
Oddest participant here.
Okay.
In jail.
Jail.
Don't ask me how. But in jail, yeah.
Wow, his inmates being so supportive.
They are.
Just like in the showers.
I don't know what happened there. I didn't do that.
Little edit. Yeah, no. It's like the biting glitch all over again. Crane kick.
Where did they get all those milk crates in jail from? Why are there no guards there? I have so many questions.
It's a hot commodity in jail, bro.
Yeah, what are the guards doing? Why is that guy got his shirt off and just regular boxers on? I'm confused.
That's how you walk the yard, bro.
Oh, this is like walking the plank, but walk the yard. Walk the yard here today.
You better close them legs in jail, cuz.
Everybody falls the same way. Like, you're either going to fall on your face or you're going to fall and your chest lands on part of, the milk crate where you break a rib or something.
Yeah, right in the chesticles.
What do you got first? You said you had something?
Okay, I'm going to make some people feel awkwardly on the spot / accountable. I'm going to say...
You're good at that.
To you, Christina, Patty, Bert, fine, Ducks, you two, Unspecified V, all those of you that I can see, if you can, specifically you guys and anybody that is hearing me right now, get those additional subs. Show me that you have done so. Let's say we get at least 10 between all of you.
You got some special surprise for him?
You will find me doing this stupid fucking challenge.
No way.
Busting my fucking ass. Eli will do the panic reviews, returns. If y'all can...
You have these milk crates at work that we can do it?
There's an infinite amount of milk crates. Remember...
Bro, that's going to go so quick, though. You're only going to do 10 subs? You're going to do a milk crate challenge, or 10 each?
Collectively, right now, I'll take it. I want to see the boost. So bring it on. Bring your game, people.
Okay,
Just get fucking 10 subs and I'll bust my fucking ass.
Why don't you say at least 560? It's 548 right now.
We're at 548?
Yeah.
Get us to 560.
560. Nice even number.
And
then you'll do the milk crate challenge?
I'll do the fucking milk crate challenge.
There you have it. Eli's going to do the milk crate challenge if you get us to 560.
Yep, and we're close, so it doesn't take much.
We're not too far away.
A little extended effort.
I won't lie there. You're not wrong.
People are like, oh no, Eli, don't do it. All right, so share this out. Yes, thank you, Unspecified V. Guys, we were really tired coming in. I thought about calling out today.
You can't do that. You can't tell the people that. You just got to say, I was tired today, please forgive me. But you don't got to tell them that you were calling out and like they got to be like, thank you for coming in, Eli.
And now you're making it a thing. But
well,
no,
that's what it sounds like.
I felt like death and I didn't want to do shit. But we
you
do
look like
this
death.
For you. At the end of the day, no matter what, when I wake up, I do think about, I can't wait till I see our people and we put on a great show. And for that, I thank you for giving me inspiration to go through every fucking tiresome day to do this as much as we can.
Thank you. And we've had a big boost in people listening to the podcast. Just listen to the audio version. So those of you who are doing that, I highly suggest you go to youtube.com/stuckinthemiddle. You will see the show and a little bit more than what you get there on just the audio side. So again, youtube.com/stuckinthemiddle. Mm-hmm. And thank you to all of you, all the loyals. We love our long goodbyes.
And please leave a comment. Last night, thank you for the views, guys. Please do when we go down.
Eli's mad. You've made Eli mad.
Leave that. Thank you, Ducks, for the comment. But I want to see you guys turn up a little bit, please. And with that, You got that seltzer, bro?
Yeah, we'll get you some. We're gonna get Eli some seltzer, and yeah, we'll get the fuck out of here. Until tomorrow.
Peace out, y'all.